What's going on, guys? Baltmatrix here, and today we are taking a look at Transformers Robots in Disguise Warrior Class Steeljaw. Now, for those of you who are eagle-eyed viewers, you will know that Steeljaw is actually a G1 name, and it's an Autobot cassette used by Blaster. It's not a Decepticon. One thing that I am finding that is very cool about Robots in Disguise is all of the Decepticons seem to be anthropomorphic robots. So, for example, we have Steeljaw here, who has the head of the wolf. Then there's Bisque, who is kind of like a robot version of Clawful from He-Man. And then there's Thunderhorn, that's a giant deer. And then there's, I believe it's Skybite, is a submarine that turns into a shark man. I really like that idea. Anyway, getting back to Steeljaw. He has a very interesting robot mode. It's very kind of predatory. His weapon or only accessory is this claw weapon, which that's pretty cool. I like that. Webbed is weird, but I understand why they webbed it for strength. It's held in his hand via a peg. He has some issues, though, in robot mode, not least of which the fact that he can't stand up. And the reason is because of the way his feet are shaped. There are no heels, period, at all. The only thing that keeps him standing is a tail. He has a giant tail that acts as a third leg. I find that very weird. The tail, however, is double ball jointed, so you do have some posability, but you're not going to get much out of it because you need it to keep the figure standing. It's just an odd decision, in all honesty. The other issue I have with the figure is some of the panels don't stay closed, and he's just a very, very strange figure. He's got all this vehicle kibble and junk coming out of his back, and he can't stand, and he's got car bits flopping around everywhere. It's just a very strange robot mode, but I do like the look of it. As I said, head sculpt is that of a robotic wolf. It looks good. I wish there was more paint, but other than that, it looks good. It does swivel from side to side a little bit, but there's really not much he can do except kind of just look at you and go, huh? Something I find a bit odd, and it seems to be a reoccurring pattern with these figures, is that the paint here on the card is of kind of this grayish blue, or kind of like a charcoal grayish blue color, and that's what color he's going to be in the show. That is not the same color as that. I don't know why they do this to us. Also, look at his face. His face here is that of a robot face with a wolf motif, as opposed to, on the figure, a literal wolf's head. Again, very weird. One of the major issues I have with Steeljaw is his lack of posability, specifically in the shoulders. You do have some up and down movement as part of the transformation, but his back and forth movement is highly limited. It can't even go perfectly straight out from the figure because of this little tab right there just runs into it. Also, he is supposed to, or it looks like he has ratcheting joints here in the elbow, which is way far down his arm, and it's not really a ratchet, it's more of a snap, and the plastic is so small, or so thin, I feel like I'm going to break the darn thing every time I try to bend his elbow. He also has ball joints in the hips, swivel at the knee, or swivel just above that, or below that, and he has a knee joint, but you're not going to get much use of it because, again, he's so ridiculously oddly proportioned, you have to use this tail to support him. I mean, you can try for some interesting poses, but you're going to have problems. I will say this figure is very unique, and this very unique figure has an interesting transformation. vehicle mode we end up with is very interesting. I don't think I've ever seen a vehicle mode or a car that looks exactly like this. It's a very thin car and long, but looks very tough, if that makes any sense. It also very much reminds me of a wolf's snout. So I guess that's what they were going for. It's not bad by any means. I actually find the transformation to be a lot of fun, and I find the vehicle mode to be very cool. It's like a futuristic go-kart or something out of an 80s sci-fi movie. It just kind of reminds me of that, and I like it a lot. Now, you can attach his claw, and the claw will attach up top, though why the claw attaches up there, I have no idea. It would be better served, maybe, I don't know, sticking out of the front or somewhere else. One little extra detail I do like is the Decepticon symbol right front and center on that bumper. Steeljaw is an interesting figure. He's not the best figure, but he's definitely interesting. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what they come up with more Decepticons, because I just find this guy really fascinating. There are a lot of design decisions that I don't agree with on him, but he's definitely not at all boring. There's something really unique and different about him that I greatly appreciate. I think he's definitely worth picking up, just to say that you've got a wolf transformer car guy. So it's definitely a cool figure and a unique figure. Not the best figure, but definitely I think something worth having in your collection. Now, are they going to repaint it as something else later on? No idea. Would I like to see better paint on this guy? Absolutely. But he is what he is, and I think he's definitely worth having. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video review of Transformers Robots in Disguise Warrior Class Steeljaw. As always, I'm baltmatrix, asking you to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.